Right, we're going live. It's time for another unboxing video. This time it's the turn of Fender Custom Shop. We seem to be getting a lot of nice guitars in at the moment. I know there's a lot of uncertainty in the world out there, and we've managed to get our hands on some stock from Fender Custom Shop that was originally allocated to other dealers but have been cancelled. So I've swooped in there and nabbed them anyway. So we're selling just stacks of custom shop gear from Gibson and Fender at the moment, so I thought it was a good chance to get our hands on some other bits and pieces just to kind of see what they're like and show you guys as well. So I'm going to start off in any kind of random order, whatever we get to first. There's 15 guitars, so we'll just start and see how we get on. So first up is a vintage custom 58 TL Telly, it says there. So let's have a look what this little guy's going to be all about. Put that there. Again, Toby is in today, but he's very, very busy wrapping things up. Right, so here we go. Is that okay like that? All good? Lovely. So that is forgotten already, a vintage custom 58 Telly. So nice translucent blonde finish on an ash body, really nice figurine there. Is that a two-piece body? So these vintage customs, they remind me of this kind of a similar sort of aging process like to a Gibson VOS. So this one is actually a top loader Telly as well, now I've just noticed. So you've got that top loader bridge there. But yeah, the finish is kind of a little bit more like a VOS Gibson, so it's kind of still got some shine to it, but it's just dulled off ever so slightly, and kind of little to no lacquer checking. But it's the kind of finish that will really age and check quite quickly over time. So let's have a look, see what some of the other specs are. Not too close to the edge, am I? No. Don't have a disaster. Right, let's see what we've got going on here. So, ash body, like I said, it's got a pair of hand wound 58 Telly pickups, aged white blonde finish, compound radius, which goes from 7.25 to 9.5, 1056 V neck shape, and it has got medium vintage frets to it. So that is it there. 58 vintage custom Telly. Cool. Alright, so we'll leave that cased up. Oh, better put that back in before that gets lost. Okay. Right, that's the first one done. Right, next up. Okay, very helpful. Doesn't say what it is on the box, but we'll soon find out. It's got an XN serial number, so I think it's not going to be anything that kind of middle of the road. I reckon it's going to be something a little bit different, but let's see. I'm probably completely wrong. Yes, I am completely wrong. But it is some kind of 60s style Strat, obviously, but with a really nice roasted maple neck and a contoured heel. So let's have a look what's going on here, see what this guy is. So nice 3-tone burst finished with, what are these specs? So it is a 63 Strat NOS in chocolate 3-tone sunburst. It's alder body, and it's got hand wound fat 60 Strat pickups. It's got the really popular 60s oval C neck profile with a 9.5 radius, and it has got 6105 frets. Let's have a look. So what's going on with the neck? It is a flame roasted maple neck. As you can see, it's got a lot of really nice figuring to it. So yeah, just a really kind of inspired by, I guess, kind of what some of the other boutique Fender style guitar makers are doing at the moment, just kind of making really nice Fender style guitars, but with kind of you know, a few extra kind of modern touches like that, contoured heel, but done the Fender way. So okay, that's all cool. Let's move on to the next one. Very nice. Okay, let's pop that there. Let's have a shot. Right. Next up is a 1960 Strat relic in DNB, which I think is definitely blue. Well, let's just check it out. Here we go. Right, so kind of a nice light relic finish. Daphne blue. Don't seem to get too many Daphne blues come through. I don't particularly know why, but I've always liked this colour. But I think generally we seem to get a lot more of kind of sonic blues in. But yeah, let's check out some of the specs on that one. So this one is a, like I said, it's a 1960 Strat relic. It's got fat 60s pickups. It has got 60s oval C neck profile, 9.5 radius, and 6150 medium jumbo frets. It's got a AAA grade rosewood fingerboard, and it's all kind of yeah, fairly sort of standard spec. So just a nice vintage inspired, vintage looking Strat, just with kind of medium jumbo frets and the modern radius. Be nice when it's tuned. Cool. Let's move on. Right, pop that there. So next up now, so something a little bit different. Artisan thin line Telly. These are always very nice. There's been a few different combinations of these that we've had in over the years, whether it's been Koa or flame maple, swamp ash bodies with some really wild figuring and stuff going on. So let's see what we've got going on with this guy. Wowza. A pretty sharp looking guitar. So that looks like it's some kind of roasted ash body. I'll check the specs in a sec, see if I've got that right, but definitely see that must be an ebony fingerboard on there, because that is super duper dark with what looks like a roasted bird's eye maple neck. Pretty sharp looking with that herringbone, kind of like a Martin HD inspired inlay around the edge there. That looks really cool. I like that a lot. Let's see what's happening then with the specs. See if I've nailed the woods. Right. So yep, ash roasted body. It's got hand wound loaded no caster pickups. What else we got going on? So the neck, the fretboard is actually African blackwood, with a maple roasted bird's eye 3A grade neck. 63 Strat styles C neck profile, can't get my words out there, with a 9.5 radius and 6105 frets. Again, super resonant guitar. I know that's going to sound killer as well when we get that through an amp later, so let's do that shortly. Let's pop that back in there. Cool, very nice. Cool. Right, next up is a 58 Strat Journeyman maple neck with the colour of SWG, which I think must be Sherwood green. So let's pop her out and have a looky. Right. Oh yeah, look at that. Very nice. Reminds me of our own Jolene, who works for us. His his Strat, except this one's probably much nicer. Right, let's check it out and see what's going on with the specs. That looks great. Really cool. Right, so that has a so it's a 58 Strat, Journeyman relic finish. It's got hand wound JC fat 50s pickups, an alder body. It's got a maple, roasted quarter sawn neck with a modern C neck profile and a 9.5 radius with 6100 jumbo frets. So let's just check that out again. Nice kind of vintage look to it with that lovely roasted neck, which kind of just looks like a really old aged maple neck anyway. Really nice. Cool. Right, moving on. So let's go to this guy here. So this is a 59 Strat NOS maple neck Fiesta red gold hardware. A little bit of Hanky inspired action coming, I'm sure. It's a Hank plank, that's for sure. Okay. Yeah, beautiful. So there you go. Not much to be said about that, apart from it, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. You got a Fiesta red finish with a really nice figured bird's eye maple neck. Let's see what we've got going on with the pickups in here. Open. Right. So alder body, it's got fat 50s pickups. Fiesta red finish, we said. It's got a oval C neck profile again with a 9.5 radius and medium jumbo frets. So yeah, so just a really nice vintage style Fiesta red Strat, but with a few modern appointments anyway. You getting your Malmsteen licks ready for that one later, Jack? Okay, very nice. Hank Malmsteen. So this one is a 53 Telly NOS maple neck white blonde. Ooh. Is that white blonde? Almost looks like a translucent sonic blue kind of finish. But it's got an obscenely figured roasted maple neck, which looks really cool with the unroasted maple skunk stripe on there as well. We've also got kind of like the clay, well, I don't think they use clay now on the inlays, but rather than the traditional black dots that you'd normally get on a maple neck. Let's see what's going on with the rest of the specs here. Oh yeah, reverse control panel. Well pointed out, Jack. Okay. Right, so yeah, 53 Telecaster NOS. So this has got a pair of twisted Telly Telecaster pickups. It's a roasted ash body as well as being a roasted maple neck. I guess that's why it's kind of changed the colour of the body a little bit more. So it's got a little bit of a kind of a blue hue to it, but according to this it is white blonde. It has medium jumbo frets, 9.5 radius, and then it's got that 3A grade roasted flame maple neck. Just give you one more quick look at that. Very nice. Very, very lightweight. Nice and resonant as well. Got some nice figuring going on with the back of the neck. Very nice. getting there now. It must be halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're just about to hit the halfway stage-ish. There we go. So next up is a Telecaster again, but kind of much more of the opposite end of the scale. So this is a 60 Telly Custom Journeyman finish. Obviously with a rosewood fingerboard as well, being a 60. Okay. You can't go wrong with that. That nice kind of target burst, I call that, where you can see the real distinct colour differences. A lot of the modern sunbursts, you kind of the yellowy orange kind of fades in a little bit too much into the red, but I really like that kind of distinct target burst that's on here. Very lightweight guitar. It's got the lightweight body option, and it's also got a very light aged finish on there as well. You can just about see a little bit of that cracking, which is fairly normal for the Journeyman finish that this one has. So let's see what we have with the specs. So this is all the body, twisted Telly pickups like the last one. This one has a 7.25 radius with vintage upgrade frets as well, and an oval C 60s neck shape as well. So a little bit more kind of vintage feeling. So it'll be interesting to see how we get on later when Jack plays that one. Might have to work a bit harder, Jack. Who's ruining our video? Who's got the shutter up? Right. Okay, what we got next? Pop that over here. Right, so next up is a 62 Strat Relic rosewood fingerboard in DST. DST. Desert something, maybe? There you go. Oh! I don't know what this is. It reminds me of the Bonnie Raitt Strat from many moons ago. So it's a kind of like a blue, is it metallic? Yeah, it's like a metallic blue burst, but it's kind of got a, perhaps that's how they get that colour, but it's got like a red and a white kind of undercoat. I don't think it's supposed to be a colour over colour type finish, and it may just be part of the base coat, but let's have a look, see what it says. Probably got it completely wrong. It is a colour over colour, but let's just check it out, see what it tells us in here. Okay, so the colour, I'll just wait for that to go down the shutter. Right, so the colour is actually called Desert Sunset. Did you say that, Luke? He did, he nodded. It's got a roasted alder body, hand wound 60s Strat Relic neck pickup, a 65 Strat hand wound pickup again in the middle, and then it's got a hand wound 69 Strat pickup in the bridge, so interesting combination. It's got a large C neck profile with a 9.5 radius. Who's calling me? It's been cancelled. And 6105 frets. So there we go. Give you another quick look at that one. Something a little bit different. You want to kind of break away from the sunbursts and whites and sonic blues. So there you go. Desert Sunset. Okay. So next up is a 61 Strat Relic. I think this is a HSS guitar with a Journeyman Relic finish. Let's see where we go. surf green. Very lightweight guitar. Great aging job on that one. If you just really like the lightly aged, lightly cracked finish, then that's definitely got that one done really well. Let's see what we've got going on with the pickups and stuff with this one. So this is 61 Strat with an aged surf green finish, alder body. It has got in the neck position a hand wound Texas special. In the middle it's a hand wound 60 Strat pickup, and then in the bridge it's a Duncan SH4, which I can never remember.
Is that a Jazz?
Is it no, it must be a JB, I think. Maybe a JB, but we'll confirm that all on the specs later on anyway. It's got a modern C neck profile, 9.5 radius and 6105 frets. I don't think there's anything going on with the switching or anything like that. It's just standard Fender 5-way switching on that one. So let's give you a quick look at that again. Really great weight. Is there any questions or anything like that on the... We're running this on Facebook and we're recording to go out later on YouTube as well.
No question, I think you're answering.
Am I? Okay. Okay, that's cool. Right, down to the last few. Well, 5 actually, blimey. So next up is a limited edition Journeyman Twisted Telly guitar. Extra funky packaging going on here. Don't see many of these blonde cases anymore, so. Ooh, look at that. Let's move that out of the way, put that back in there. So that is a 2017 limited edition. I think it's one of these ones that they did recently where they've reissued kind of some of the more popular guitars. Oh no, this one is actually a... Right, well that one is the wrong certificate and it has no spec sheet, so excellent, we've done very well on this one. So we should be talking to Fender shortly to get that sorted, but there it is.
But it's well cool.
It's well cool, it's well cool. It's got ash body, as you can see, maple neck, and I'm assuming it's got twisted Telly pickups, but we'll soon find out. We'll come back to you later on that one. I'm glad we didn't end on that one, because that would have been a bit of a disappointment. Not with the guitar, but zero lack of specs. Okay, so we've had one of these ones before. This was a NAMM 2020 guitar. So it's 72 Telly thin line. There's been quite a lot of these 72 models recently, be it thin lines or customs. Yeah, lovely. With a wide range humbuckers. So again, these are just, they're doing wonders with these guitars now, because everyone just always looks for like the 50s and 60s style Tellys, but it's nice for them to be doing something a little bit different and kind of making these late 60s, early 70s Tellys kind of a little bit more in vogue again, and just making them a better kind of player's guitar anyway as well. So this has got an ash body. It has an aged white blonde finish, oval C neck profile, 9.5 radius, 6105 frets. It has a flame AA neck, quarter sawn, and it has got a pair of the wide range Cunife humbuckers. There you go. Right, let's go next. Okay, let's put that there. Down to the last 3. So this is another one of those 53 Tellys from earlier that we thought was white blonde slash a little bit blue, but I think this is just the relic version now. Right, we'll see. Oh, so actually it's a double bound version, so it's like a Telly Custom. Really cool specs there. So you can see it's got double bound body. Again, it's got that reverse control plate. I'm guessing it's a roasted body again with a roasted neck, maple neck. Let's have a look at the specs. That's a smart looking guitar, that. Very smart. So yeah, roasted ash body. So it's trans white blonde is the official name for the colour, but it definitely has more of a kind of a bluey hue to it. But again, maybe that might be because of the roasting process on the body. It has white parchment binding, 6150 medium jumbo frets, 9.5 radius. It's a 3A grade maple roasted neck. What is the neck profile? It's a 53 soft V neck, apparently. Yeah, with hand wound twisted Telly pickups. So I'll look forward to hearing that one played later by Jack. There you go. Another sweet Telly. We're down to the last two. Let's make them good uns. Pop that over there. Thank you. Here we go. So this is a 60 Telly Custom. Got a feeling this one's going to be fairly similar to that last one that we saw in Sunburst, but this one's candy apple red. Yeah, very nice. So there we go. I like it on these candy apple red ones where you can just about see some of the wood grain coming through there. It's a very, very lightly aged guitar, and so you can see how thin the finish is on there. I mean, it might be a little bit of a struggle to see that up close on here, but if you had this guitar in your hand, you'd definitely be able to see that. So let's see if it is the same specs as that last one that we saw, the Sunburst one earlier. If I remember rightly, yeah, it has. So it's the same again. It's got the 7.25 radius with the vintage upgrade frets, oval C neck profile, twisted Telly pickups, all the body. So it's definitely there for someone that wants more of a vintage guitar experience, because it's got, like I say, that the vintage radius with the slimmer frets as well. So, nice. And then one more, I think, just had a quick look at the label there, is a Fiesta Red Strat, but a 56 this time rather than a 59. Last one, and then you're out of your misery. So yeah, pretty similar to the last one. 56 Strat, Fiesta Red. This one's got a completely untinted bird's eye maple neck. I think that last one had more of a tint to it, didn't it? So this is kind of a little bit more of a Time Machine style neck on there. Let's see what's going on with the specs. Okay, so this one is 56 Strat, all the body, fat 50s pickups, 9.5 radius, 1056 V neck profile with medium jumbo frets, and it's got an AA grade bird's eye maple neck. So there you go, the final one for the day. So we're going to get all these demoed later. Jack's going to give these a twang in, getting them all sounding good. So keep an eye out for them going online. If you've got any questions or anything, please let us know, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys soon. Cheers.